TNA Wrestling. Cross the line. Who thought it was ever possible?
It's an evening that revolves around history. And gentlemen, we are also going to be making history this evening. Not only the first ever event, but we are also going to be crowning an NWA World's Heavyweight Champion with the gauntlet for the gold.
Who thought anyone would even care?
The Icon Sting is finally here in TNA, and the atmosphere in the Impact Zone is electric.
Who thought the great ones would ever come?
I don't believe it! Kurt Angle's coming to TNA!
No freaking way! Oh, God! Man, everybody's going crazy! He just absolutely set it up!
Tonight, a new era begins. The greatest athletes in the world. The man that revolutionized professional wrestling.
The one, the only, Hulk Hogan!
What was once unimaginable is now inevitable.
Monday night, January 4th, we're going to battle with a WWE.
The wrestling business is about to be flipped upside down.
Destiny is ours for the taking.
What you gonna do, Hulkamaniacs? You gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when TNA and Hulkamania run wild on you, brother?
Tonight, we celebrate, quite simply, the biggest night in TNA history. Yes, Hulk Hogan is live right here on Impact. It's Mike today, my broadcast partner Taz, welcoming you to this 3-hour live special right here on Spike TV.
Well, Mike, you could feel that change is literally hovering in the air. I got a feeling that the TNA we know right now will never, ever be the same by the end of this evening.
And Taz, here is tonight's card rundown, and it is presented by 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later. We are going to turn loose 8 of the stars from the No Limits X Division. Who's going to escape the Steel Asylum?
ODB earned the right to be the #1 contender by being victorious in our New Year's Knockout Eve tournament. Can ODB win back the title she once had?
Violence and brutality will be unleashed. Rhino meets Abyss in a barbed wire massacre.
And tonight, Beer Money gets a chance to get their hands on the Arrogant Champions. And you know what, Mike? I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but we have a new broadcast partner on our broadcast team here at TNA.
I've heard about that. You're talking about one of the biggest names in satellite radio.
Well, not just satellite, pretty good in terrestrial radio also. And he's one of Hulk Hogan's closest friends, a guy I know very well. His name is Bubba the Love Sponge.
On that note, let's check out this video footage from earlier today.
When you watch wrestling, what do you want to see different for TNA?
I just want to see some of the old school. I want to see some wrestling. I don't want to see some of this kid that we see nowadays. I want to see the stuff I grew up on. Back when Hulk Hogan was with Andre the Giant, the Ultimate Warrior, I want to see wrestling.
What brings you out here tonight, honey?
Those sexy wrestlers. What else? They're hot. They're sweaty. They're big. I love them.
What do you expect from wrestling in the new TNA? What do you expect, buddy?
I expect that pro wrestling is going to get a change. Hulkamania is coming. Vince McMahon, you have no idea what's coming at you, brother. Watch out.
Hulk Hogan, greatest wrestler of all time, coming to TNA now. WWE sucks, TNA.
What we can do better for a hot 21-year-olds like yourself that might want to watch TNA a little bit more.
Just the kiddie stuff, you know, I'm not a 5-year-old. I like to see the guys get down and dirty, you know, blood, chairs on the head, all that good stuff.
This is a year of TNA Wrestling. Ain't no stopping us right now. It's all about TNA. I have crossed the line. TNA.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Aren't you taking the Hulk Hogan gimmick a little farther, kid?
Not at all, brother. Gotta represent Hulk Hogan. Love that guy. Love him. Follow him to the gates of hell. Vince McMahon, you have no idea what you're up against now, brother. TNA rules.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your opening contest live on TNA iMPACT, a non-title Steel Asylum match where the wrestler who escapes to the top is the winner. Introducing the first two participants, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns.
For those of you who may be watching Impact for the first time, the X Division, it's a natural extension of the cruiserweights, but it's more of a mindset, an extreme style, than it is about a particular weight limit. And the Motor City Machine Guns, they're among the elite of the X Division.
Representing World Elite, Homicide and Kyushin. One of the most unpredictable men, not just in TNA, but in pro wrestling right there in Homicide. My man's a little unstable.
And just like the Motor City Machine Guns team of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, Homicide and Kiyoshi, they should have the advantage of working together as members of World Elite.
Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, and Consequences Creed, they are the team of Lethal Consequences.
Isn't this interesting? 3 teams among the 8 entrants. Jay Lethal, Consequences Creed, they also have that edge Taz when it comes to their tag partner watching their backs.
And these men have to enter this barbaric structure, Mike. This barbaric structure, this thing will just definitely is a career shortener to say the least. The next participant in the Steel Asylum match is Suicide!
We talked about the 3 tag teams in Steel Asylum. Here's one of the 2 entrants who's going to be flying solo. The masked man of mystery. It's the Dark Savior, Suicide.
Suicide, very dangerous competitor. Tough to prepare for this man. And finally, he is the TNA X Division champion, Amazing Red!
8th and final competitor in Steel Asylum, Amazing Red. He exemplifies what the X Division is all about as the current reigning champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen Amazing Red compete, it's truly amazing to watch. Pardon the pun. This young man compete. He's phenomenal in that ring. Just the excitement he brings, the high risk he brings, hence why he's the TNA X Division champion.
So many intriguing aspects to tonight's live Impact. We can tell you that Mick Foley was denied access into the Impact Zone by TNA security. We'll show you what happened earlier today. Later in our broadcast, Steel Asylum is underway.
Kind of looked like Suicide's game plan was to get out of Dodge real quick. Looks like Amazing Red cut him short up there on the top rope.
Object, very simple. Escape this dome-like structure, Steel Asylum, by climbing through the opening at the top.
And that in itself has just got to be a feat. I mean, how the hell do you get up there? You got to climb it and scale up off the top of the cage. And there's that teamwork he was speaking of when it comes to Lethal Consequences.
It's what we anticipated when it came to the 3 tag teams involved. Drop kick by Consequences Creed on on target. His partner, Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, helps and then climbs up the side. We've got one of the guns on one side, I believe, Taz, as well as Black Machismo, Jay Lethal.
It's a race. It's a race to whoever's going to get to that hole.
Kiyoshi and Black Machismo fighting up at the top, and this is such a dangerous situation.
Oh, absolutely. Again, that's how I pointed out, this structure, this cage, whatever you want to call it, it's just, it'll pick apart your body, picks apart your career. It's dangerous, man. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, look at, now, Alex Shelley, that takes some upper body strength to scale up there to try and make his way to that opening.
And Shelley's at that difficult part of the climb where the cage curves and you've got to, it's just hand over hand and hang on for dear life. But Shelley up there, he's close to going through that opening.
Well, it's all upper body strength and able to do that. See that Black Machismo trying to stop Shelley.
Oh! Stars of the No Limits X Division on display. What a great shot that was. Lethal series of punches, kicks, doing everything within his power to try and knock Alex Shelley of the guns down.
I know, there's so much action going on. It's, it's hard to follow.
We've said for years, the X Division, it's not about weight limits, it's about no limits, and so is this Steel Asylum match. Suicide in red. X Division champ goes flying. Shelley taken down from the top of the cage by Black Machismo, who then nails Suicide.
Well, it's well documented, the excitement, the exuberance that the X Division brings, and bam, look at that. That's not a fun way to spend a Monday night, I'll tell you that.
What a night this is, our live Impact special, and we are going to document wall-to-wall the coverage of Hulk Hogan, his first night in TNA. It's live tonight right here on Spike. Kiyoshi on the receiving end, and the double knees from Creed.
Well, who's got the advantage here? This is more or less like a pick'em. Oof! Wow, Homicide got drilled there by Amazing Red.
3 months as X Division champion for Amazing Red. Maybe the opening for Suicide as he climbs up the side and now makes his way up near the top of the opening.
Suicide showing a lot of strength and athletic ability, but Amazing Red cutting Suicide off.
Battling up at the top of that cage. Suicide and Amazing Red, the X Division champion.
Well, once you know, it's gotta be frustrating once you make your way to the top and then someone stops you after all that climbing, exerting all that energy, and bam, you get shut down, you gotta come back down.
And Suicide and Red, those are the two who are on their own. Oh, did you see that? Snaps off the Hurricane Rana on Saban.
Now Kiyoshi's got control of Red. Uh-oh, Homicide. Homicide.
Did you see that?
Like
He's got that like extendable baton, using it as a weapon, while his World Elite partner Kiyoshi held him.
Oh! What? So much for that. Look at Homicide here.
Homicide's gone absolutely nuts. You talked about how out of control he is. He's nailing everybody with that baton, including his own partner Kiyoshi.
Snap! Homicide just, look at him just laughing and happy about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referees have ruled this match a no contest.
Well, what else can you do? You have to throw it out. The man uses a weapon. He takes out 7 competitors. It's been ruled a no contest by the referees.
Well, yeah, but look, in Homicide's mind, I would assume, he's still going to climb and get out of this thing here, even though he destroyed all his competitors with that baton.
Yeah, climbing to the top of the opening, even though the match has been ruled a no contest.
Homicide's trying to get there, and I mean, that's not really going to matter much. The man was disqualified. Oh, what? Look at this! God, Homicide just off from the top of it. I think he realized that the other competitors were climbing up after him. Beat the hell out of some people. What the hell is this?
Darkest to the top. Darkest at the top.
Wait.
Straight to the top within.
Check this out, Taz. Look who's in the crowd here at the Impact Zone.
Jeff Hardy has arrived.
Yes, a night when we promised you shocks. A night when we few surprises. Jeff Hardy in the impact zone. Whoa, and Homicide attacked him.
Well, Homicide, I think, felt like this was his time to shine. Jeff Hardy's in the house. Oh, and turned the tables real quick on Homicide. Oh.
Up the road.
Oh, my God.
What a steel chair shot to the face.
Good Lord. Oh. Twist of fate. Homicide is out like a light. Jeff Hardy is here in TNA.
What a reaction from this capacity crowd at the impact zone.
Massive ovation for Jeff Hardy, scaling that massive structure. That's pretty cool, man.
Check out that shot. Yes, on a night